Okay, so now again, this is different from last week because we don't have common denominators. All right, so everybody's got to pay attention. I tried to draw figures for you 2 days ago or the day before Thursday and kind of showed you why you need a common denominator. Right now, I'd like everybody to say you can't add those because the thirds are not the same size as the sixths. Does everybody agree with that? All right, so we have to make them the same. All right, come on, everybody's put your eyes up on the board. All right, I know you guys were taught maybe a little bit differently or whatever, but let me show you a little advanced way of doing it. All right, first of all, I would like everyone to tell me what is the common denominator?
12.
12 is a common denominator.
6.
6 is the least common denominator. If you did 12, would you get it wrong?
No.
No, it would just take you, just take you longer to do it. All right, so I always want to take the least common denominator. Now, how, for some of you might be sitting there going, well, I didn't know how you got 6. So let's talk about it. Everybody, you guys don't try to do the work. Just listen. I'm trying to make you masters of fractions. Look up on the board. So the first thing is you have the two numbers, 3 and 6. All right, what you're trying to do is you're trying to find the multiples. Look, you're going to have to stop doing that. I'm trying to record and you're messing with ice. All right, the multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and so on. Is everybody with me on that? The multiples of 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and so on. All right, so we say common, all right, multiples. 6 is common multiple. Do we agree with that? We also agree that 12 is a common multiple. And then we can also agree that 18 is a common multiple. So if you don't know, that's what you do. You're finding the multiples of 3 and the multiples of 6, and which one is common. All right, is everybody with me on that? Now, 12 would work, 18 would work, but that just makes the problem what? Harder. So we're going to choose the least of those. And the least is what?
6.
6. Now, once you found out the common denominator is 6, notice what I'm doing here. I am putting a 6 on the bottom. All right. Now, you guys, we've been doing this since 5th grade. All right. So if you don't know how to do it now, this is probably your last chance. I'm going to show you how to add, subtract, multiply, divide fractions. So the question is, I need to convert this fraction to something with the 6 in the denominator. So what do I need to multiply that fraction by?
2.
2. So you're going to multiply this guy by 2, multiply this guy by 2. Now 2 times 2 is what? So now I have 4 6. Then I'm subtracting. Notice I'm just making one fraction right now. Do I need to change the second fraction, or does it already have the common denominator? It already has that common denominator, so it's just going to be 4 minus what? 4 minus 5. And now everybody in here should be able to tell me what's 4 minus 5. Yes, very good. -1. So the answer is just -1 over what? That's how easy this is. -1/6. All right, now I want to jump down to question number 3. Now, I try not to give you difficult ones as far as finding a common denominator, but what is the common denominator with 4 and 10? 20. Could you say 40?
Yes.
Yeah, but we don't want to. We want to say 20. So everybody make a single fraction bar now on their paper. We're on number 3. And put a 20 as the common denominator. Now I need to multiply the first fraction by what?
5.
5. So everybody just put a times 5 right there. And what's 3 times 5? But you have to make sure you remember it's what kind of 15? -15. So I put a -15 right there. Then I look at the next fraction. What do I multiply the next fraction by? 2 times 2. What's 7 times 2?
14.
So it's -15 minus 14. Please have that on your paper. Now I see some of you already made a mistake. Come on, what? Okay, well, let's go. What? Yeah, of course. Let's go fix your problems. That's what we're trying to teach you. Hurry up, get over there. All right, come on. Now, negative 15 minus 14. What's negative 15 minus 14? Negative what? Negative 29. So my answer here is negative 29 over 20. Remember, I don't want you doing the evens. Right? I don't want you to do the evens because I want you to listen hard to what I'm saying. Does anybody have any problems with number 3? All right, let's check out number 5. Now we have something annoying. We have 3 denominators. Everybody should be able to look at that real quick and say, well, then the common denominator is 20. The common denominator is 20. 20 goes in, or 10 goes into 20, 4 goes into 20, and 5 goes into 20. So I still just make one big fraction bar and put a 20 at the bottom. Now you look at the first fraction. Bless you. Bless you. All right, I have negative 1/5. What am I multiplying the first fraction by, Talbot?
4.
4. So put a 4 here. So what's negative 1 times 4? Negative 4. That's what we have right here. Now the next fraction, I'm multiplying by, Grant, what?
15.
Yes, it's going to be 15, but what am I multiplying by to get 15? Right, you're multiplying by 5. So he's correct. 3 times 5 is 15, but don't forget it's a what? Negative. Negative 15. And then finally, Andrew, what am I multiplying the second one by? Or the third one, I'm sorry. Why 6? I have 10. I need it to be 20 times 2. If I multiply that by 2, it becomes what? How much? No. Yes, we're going to eventually multiply 10 times 2. That's why it's 20. Now what? How much? Yes. What kind of 14? Yes. What kind? Positive or negative? Why negative? Just positive. That's correct. Plus 14. That's what I want written on your paper, guys. All right. That's how I want you to do it. Now, we're going to go ahead and combine the numerator. All right. I need help with negative 4 minus 15 plus 14. Levi.
Negative 4 minus 15 is negative 8. And then negative 19 plus 14 is negative 5.
That's right. So all this is equal to negative 5 over 20. And now what do I have to do? Yes, negative 1/4. If you know that, give yourself a little check. All right. Now we're continuing with number 7. I'm always amazed at how many people don't understand number 7. Everybody should be able to look at that and say 7 minus 2/3 is equal to what?
Wouldn't it just be 6 and 1/3?
Yes, everybody should know that. It's what? 6 and 1/3. I'm always confused at why people don't know that. So let me make sense of it for you. 7, here's how I learned fractions, thinking about pizzas. All right. So here we go. Watch. I'm going to demonstrate. Come on, now your job is to look up here on the board. All right, here we go. How many pizzas do I have now? 7. Now, what did I just do? I ate 2/3 of one. All right, so everybody's going to look up here on the board. All right, watch me. Here's a pizza. I'm kind of hungry. So I came in and I ate this slice and I ate this slice. What's left?
1/3.
1/3. How many other pizzas, whole pizzas are left? 6. I don't understand what some of you guys are thinking about when you tell me you don't understand that 6 and 1/3. Now, if you're looking at me like, oh no, I still don't know what he's trying to tell me, just raise your hand. I want to help you. When somebody says, what's 7 minus 2/3, you should be able to quickly say 6 and 1/3. All right, now let's just see if I made sense. I want everybody to put your eyes up on the board. All right. What is 4 minus 1/5? Somebody tell me what 4 minus 1/5 is. Hampton.
Oh, 3/4.
Wow, 3 4/5. Very good. Someone else. 7 minus 5/8. Tell me. Yes. 6 3/8. Are you having trouble? Is anybody having trouble with that? I'm giving you every chance right now to learn to communicate. Well, how many pizzas do you have? And you ate 5 slices out of 1 pizza. So how many's left? Right. So look, I'm going to count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, here, just because it's the same type, there's 7. This time there's 8 slices. Come on now, watch me make the 8 slices. Here's my pizza. And you came along and said, man, I'm kind of hungry. I want 5 slices, Pete, please. So you 1, 2, 3, 4. You ate 5. How much pizza is left? 3 what? There isn't just 3. There's what? There's 3/8. And how many whole pizzas are left? That's how we got 6 3/8. Good for you, girl. What?
So, I'm wondering if I can do without having to write out the pizza.
Yeah, exactly. This is what your brain's supposed to do. You don't want to do the pizzas and drawing things out. All right, so let me ask you a question. Come on now, because you did good. You asked. All right. Let's say I said 4 minus 1/5. What do you think? What's the answer?
Draw because that's where I'm learning how to do it.
Well, okay, so you have 4 total, correct? But you can't, you have to take part of 1. You with me? So you eat 1 of them. You eat, so how many holes are left? How many whole pizzas? You started with 4.
Oh, 3.
There's 3 left. And out of the other pizza, you ate 1 out of the 5 slices.
So 3 and 4 and 3.
Yep, say it. 4 over what?
5?
Yes, the reason why you're saying 5 is because the denominator tells you how many slices there are total. You with me on that?
Mhm.
So you ate 1 out of 5, which means there's 4 left. You with me?
Yeah.
So now try one more. All right, come on, guys. Help her out. I want to do, let me give you 6 minus 1/9. What would that be? Final answer. And yes, ma'am. That's it. 5 8/9. 5 8/9. All right, let's go to the next one now. Here's another one that people have so much trouble with. I don't understand the problem here. What is the answer? What?
-5.
You are amazing, buddy. That was really good. -5 and 5/9. Now, how in the world did we do that? We did that because this is negative and this is negative. Since they're both negative, what do we do to the numbers? We add them together. So you have -5 and -5/9. Together you have -5 and 5/9. Is everybody good with that? Tell me. Well, the minus sign, believe it or not, is the same as a negative sign. All right, let me show you that real quick. You with me? Look up now so I can show you. If this wasn't there, you would just read that as what? That's exactly right. So just because that minus sign, right? It really is the same as a negative. Do you hear me? So this, I would like everyone to say, this is -5/9 and this is -5. You with me now? All right, hopefully I'm making sense. All right, we're getting harder as we go down the page. All right, let's try 11. Now we got all kinds of problems here. All right, so listen, this is why I'm saying it's getting hard. So am I going to add these fractions or am I going to subtract them? I'm subtracting them. All right, the reason why I'm subtracting them is because I have a -5 and a +3. Does everybody agree with that? But, all right, in order to subtract them, right, I'm not converting them over to improper fractions. I want you to say, when I'm subtracting, I want everybody to tell me, is the answer going to be positive or negative?
Negative.
It's definitely negative. Now, why is it negative? Because 5 is greater than what? 3. 5 is greater than 3. So now what I'd like everybody to do is I'd like everybody to just put down 5 7/8 minus 3 5/6. That's what we're doing. Notice I put the large number first. 5 is bigger than 3, so I put the 5 first. Now I need a common denominator. Somebody help me with 8 and 6. Yes, I'm happy with you. 24. Good job. All right, continue to ask question, everybody. Now I'm multiplying the first fraction by what? 3. So that's going to become a what? 21. And the second fraction I'm going to multiply by, and that's going to be, come on now, we can do this. Now we're just subtracting. 21 minus 20.
That's 1.
1 over what? And 5 minus 3. 2. But this is where kids make the mistake. They think the answer is 2, but we already know it's supposed to be what? Negative. So at the top, we're going to write -2 and 1/24. And if you need to, put that little minus sign over there. That's fine also. Now I'm on 13. Do I add or subtract? Subtract. So which number is larger? So I want everybody to put 7 and 1/6 minus 2 and 5/6. Now we have some major problems on this one. What do I need to do for this problem?
You need to do, what, so 7 minus 2.
Nope. You have to borrow. Thank you, sir. We have to borrow. Can I go 1 minus 5? No, I can't do 1 minus 5. All right. And the reason why I can't do 1 minus 5 is because I have 7 holes over here. So he is 100% correct. I've got to borrow. And when I borrow, the 7 becomes a what? 6. Does anybody remember what I do with these two things right here? What is that? What do I do with the numerator and denominator when I borrow? Say it. You add them. That's correct. So the 1 doesn't become 11. The 1, cross that out and make it a what? Nope. 7. Why is it 7? Because you're adding the 1 and the 6 together. All right, now why do we do that? Look, guys, 1 plus 1/6. You're adding 1 to 1/6. 6 becomes, or 1 becomes 6 over 6 plus 1 over 6, which equals 7 over 6. That's how I added 1 to 1/6. All right. But when you borrow, I always want everybody to remember, a shortcut is just to add the numerator and the denominator. Now, can we subtract? Now, can we subtract? Yes. 7 minus 5 is what? 2 out of how many? 6. 6 minus 2. 4 and 2, 6. 4 and 2, 6 reduces to what? 4 and 1/3. 4 and 1/3 is correct. Anybody have any issues with that? Yes, sir.
Is there no negative? Like,
No, there is no negative. The negative, yes, you could say the 2 is negative, but remember, I'm trying to teach you negative and minus are the same thing. Say it again. Because look right up here, I'll give you another example. You ready? What is this number right there? You sure? Okay, so now read this problem to me. See, -3, I didn't do anything. You just changed it from a -3 to -3. It's exactly the same thing. If you cover up the 6, it's -3. If I don't cover up, it's just 6 minus 3. You see what I'm saying now? This tells you this is positive or negative. You with me? This in front is a positive. So +6 and -3. You with me? On what? Number what? Well, we're already on 15, buddy. Andrew, I'm gonna go back to number 9 for you, but I want you to speak up, buddy. You hear me? Don't wait. All right. Tell me right away, man. I want to help you. All right. I'm gonna go back to 9 for a second. Now let me ask you this. If I said -3 and -2, what do I do to those two things? Add them together, right? Right, it's the same principle of just adding these together. -5 and 5/9. That's what that means. -5, and you also have -5/9. You with me on that? All right, here we go. What?
could you know the way insurance really puts a common denominator
Yeah.
on the bottom? Could you just add the first two whole numbers?
No, don't do that. It's a little bit more complicated. No, not always. Okay, just stay with me. I got all the examples here for a reason. All right, now everybody answer me this. Are we adding or are we subtracting here? Tell them why. Thank you. You're exact. You are amazing. That's the way to listen, girl. You're adding them because they're both what? They're both negative. That's what I'm saying. Just because there's a minus sign doesn't mean we're subtracting. You think of this as -13 and this is -5, so we're going to add them together. So now to add them together, -13 and 3/4, -5 and 1/8. I can't add them until I get a what? Common denominator. So the only one I need to change is which fraction do I need to change? 3/4. And I want everybody to circle that and tell me 3/4 is the same as what? 6/8. Come on, I like it. 6/8. Now, do I add them or subtract them? So what's my final answer? -18 and 7/8. Beautiful. -18 and 7/8. Grant, how am I doing?
Good.
You understanding me, right? Levi, what?
They're the same thing. Why didn't you say that it was negative? They're both negative.
They're both negative.
Good.
I'm agreeing with you. Brooklyn, what?
I'm gonna use word added.
Because they're both negative. right? This is like negative 13 and this is like negative 5. Come on, guys. I'm trying to get you a little bit more advanced. All right. The symbol in front tells you if it's positive or negative.
Once you get 17.
6 plus 1. Right? 3/4 we change to 6/8. 6/8 plus 1/8 is 7/8. That's all right. Come on. Good job, you guys. Asking questions. Good. Come on. There's no excuse. All right. None.
What do you make it 8?
We had to get multiply by 2, right? I had to multiply this by 2 and this by 2 to get the common denominator, right? Good for you again. All right, let's go. Let's knock out 17. First, everyone tell me, am I adding or subtracting? Adding. Good. So now everybody's going to put negative 6 and 5/9, negative 9 and 1/6. All right, I'd like someone new. Isaac, what's common denominator?
I put 18.
18 is a common denominator. So I'm going to throw down 18, throw down 18. So the first fraction becomes what? 10. I don't have to put times 2 anymore. Right? I'm expecting you to know that at this stage. So this is a 10. Now what's the next one? So beautiful. Do I add or subtract? Add them. So what do I get as a final answer?
18, but then you add negative 15 and 11 over 8.
What?
13.
Wow, come on. How we're trying to figure that out. Negative 15 and 13, 18. Talbot, how am I doing?
Good.
Good. Andrew, how am I doing? Kellen, you good? You're always good, right? Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Me, yes. Are you good? All right, here we go. Let's check out 19. Let's see how good I'm doing. All right, let's go, peeps. All right, let me give you 30 seconds. See if you can come up with this on your own. First of all, I'd like someone to tell me, am I adding or subtracting? Everybody thinks adding because they look at this and say plus. Are we really adding though? No, because one's positive and one is? Yes, you're actually subtracting. You are subtracting. The reason why we're subtracting is because one number is positive and one number is negative. Now, when I subtract, I put the biggest number first. Which is the biggest number?
2.
Yeah, so everybody's going to put 6 and 3/4. And then I'm going to do this though. Is my answer going to be negative or positive?
Negative.
Negative. All right. And then we're subtracting. So here we go. Common denominator, Grant.
20.
20. You are brilliant. 20 is the common denominator. So what, Grant, am I going to multiply the first fraction by? And what do I get? You are amazing. Multiply the second fraction by what? And I get, do I need to borrow this time? No, you're right. So what's my final answer? What? What? You did all that great work and all of a sudden you're crashing and burning. Would you please tell me what 15 minus 14 is? 15 minus 14 today is what? Positive or negative 1? Yes, 1 out of 20. And are you having trouble with 6 minus 1? What is that? Thank you, sir. 5 and 1/20. Is my final answer positive or negative? Hold up. Don't just go with the flow because everybody said negative. You tell me, is it positive or negative? Yes, sir. Negative 5 and 1/20. Okay, here we go. We got a great question, I'm sure. Listen to this. Well, the reason why I did that is because I just knew I was subtracting them. I'm just subtracting them. You're right. Technically, this is negative and this is positive, but does it really matter? Because I'm subtracting them. Do we agree with that? Guys, anybody have any questions with that? Andrew, you doing all right, buddy? All right, here we go. Let's check out 21. 21. All right, am I adding or subtracting here? Subtracting. All right, so I want everybody to try to do this on their own, and then you can look at my paper and see if you set it up right. Well, we're going to get to that in a second. Try it right now. Yep. So let's see if you can do it correctly. So everybody should have put 7 and 5/6 minus 3 and 11 over 15. So tell me, what is your common denominator here? Shh.
30.
I'm asking you.
30.
It's 30. Stop. Everyone else stop talking. 30 and 30. All right, what do I multiply the first fraction by?
5.
And so I end up with?
And 5.
Good. What do I multiply the second fraction by? And I end up with? So do I need to really borrow here? Don't line it up the other way. I said put the larger number first. That way you don't have to worry about the borrowing part. You hear me? Look, if you can learn that, then you're going to be good. All right, that's what I need you to stop making mistakes on that part. Whatever the bigger number is, that goes first. You hear what I'm saying? All right, now you can easily tell, do I really need to borrow this time now? No, I don't. Do you agree with that? All right, so 25 minus 22 is what? 3 over 30, and 7 minus 3 is? Okay, and then reduce that. Yes. You good with that? Yes. We did. No, because we said originally, look, please look, come on now. Come on, this will really help you. Are there more negatives or positives? That's why it's negative. You with me? Right, that's why I say everybody should determine whether it's positive or negative starting out. All right, let's look at 23. Again, nice work here. All right. Adding or subtracting, Talbot? Subtracting. Which number am I going to write down first? That is correct. Thank you for listening. So 11 and 5/9 minus 6 and 2/5. Is the answer going to be positive or negative? Yes, you're right. Very good explanation. All right, common denominator now, please.
It's gonna be 45.
You're amazing. 45. Very nice. So everybody's putting 45 and 45. All right, Miss Valdez, tell me what the new fractions are going to be. So yes. And then what's the bottom going to be? You're amazing. Do I have to borrow this time? No, you're right. So what's 11 minus 6? 5. What's 25 minus 18? You are amazing. Positive or negative? Final answer. You're good. All right, you know this. All right, that was pretty nice. All right, Brooklyn, lead us for number 25. Am I adding or subtracting? What goes down first? Yes. Is my answer going to be positive or negative? What?
Positive.
Well, now you said both. So which one is it? Which one's?
Positive.
Yes. Good job. Good job. So what number do I write down first?
4.
Exactly. Okay. Do I need to get a common denominator? No. So we got a little problem here. What's our problem? Shh.
Borrow.
We have to borrow. So the 4 becomes a what?
3.
Now, what do I do with the 1 and the 9?
You add mine.
Add them, and what do I get? 10. That is correct. Final answer. Shh. Don't listen to him.
No,
Yes, you probably got the right answer because he's always wrong.
3/9.
Yes, 3/9 is correct. However, 3/9 can reduce to what? Is not a good answer. Yes, you are crazy. 1/3. Now, is it positive or negative?
Positive.
You are great. That's it. 1/3. Feeling good about it. Hopefully you're understanding now better how to borrow. Sarah, how are you doing over there? Am I doing good today? All right. Here we go. Let's knock out 27. Do I add or do I subtract?
You. Ooh, you subtract. Wait, no, you add.
You add them. That is correct. So when you're adding, does it matter which one goes on the top, really? No, only the subtraction matters. So we're just going to go -9 1/4 minus 2 1/9. And because Hampton knows what he's doing, I'm going to let him try this. Let's see if he can get one right this month. Go.
Okay.
What's our common denominator?
Our common denominator is.
I'm waiting patiently. Shh, do not help.
36?
You are amazing. 36 and
Okay.
36. So what are my two new fractions? Don't
So,
help him.
you have 3/36 versus.
Why 3/36?
Oh, for the other one.
Well, why is it 3?
Well, because you do 1 times 3.
Are you telling me 9 times 3 is 36? Is this what you're trying to tell me? Is this what you're trying to tell me? You're right. You meant 4. All right. What's the top one going to be then? Don't mess this one up.
Oh. Top one is gonna be 9.
Yes. Very nice. Okay. Am I adding or am I subtracting?
Oh, you correct.
Yes, sir. So what do I get?
Plus 4.
Today is over
36.
and
And 11, 13, 36.
is the answer, final answer, positive or negative?
Negative.
All right, now remember what I keep trying to teach you guys. You're looking at your seat right now saying, I know what I'm doing or I don't know what I'm doing. All right, that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. All right, we're walking through it step by step. If you're having troubles, you need to be putting your hand up. It's embarrassing. People go to high school not knowing how to add, subtract fractions. All right, this ought to be interesting. Go. Well, you're adding these. Two negatives, you add. -9 minus 2. If you owe your mom 2 and you owe your dad 7, that means, or if you owe your mom 2 and you owe your dad 9, you owe how much? You owe 11. That is correct. You agree with that? When both of them are negative, you add. All right, let's figure out 29. Oh, did I? Oh, sorry. I forgot to simplify. Let's listen to the simplify part. Go ahead. Shh. Oh, so you're saying 13 times 3 is 36. Shh. Wait. Oh, so once again, I'd like to, just for the record, say I'm 100% still. Haven't made my first mistake yet. So you don't need to worry about trying to correct me because we all know I'm always right. Nice try, though. Anybody else think that should reduce to 1/3? Yeah, I see some of you are trying to reduce that. All right. 29. Do I add or do I subtract? I am subtracting. So everybody get the right answer. Let's see if you can do it. Shh, 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 shh. Then are you going to take this one? Take it. Let's go.
So,
Which one do I put first? Yes. Is my answer going to be positive or negative? Okay. Do I need a common denominator? No. Do I have to borrow? No. What's my final answer? Nope, -4 4/8. Then I reduce to -4 1/2. Yes, it's negative. The homework, guess what? You're right, the evens. Have fun doing the evens. That is correct. No excuses when you walk in. I'm going to be looking at it. All right. Good job today, guys. Very good.